So nag yow mi seetaan vidéo bi pare pourtant seetaan nga ko pare rek pour nga abonné du la yàqal dara billaahi mën nga abonné pourtant da nga jàpp ci rek abonné te yàlla tax c'est soo abonné ñett la moo tax day am bu ne suuf am bu ne ci digg bi am bu ne ci kaw boo abonné pare bi ci kaw nga koy yóbbu quoi mooy kolos boobu noonu nga jàpp ci nga abonné rek du la yàqal dara ok.
Also, if you want to get my videos early, be sure to click that join button and become a member for as little as $2. But I oddly love people who are really out of touch. Like the people who live life with so much wealth and luxury surrounding them that they don't understand what is going on with the rest of civilization. Those are the people who I'm obsessed with. I don't mean like literally out of touch with reality or out of touch with the physical plane, because that is scary and not something to be trifled with. But I mean those people who truly just do not get it. And by it, I mean have common sense. The best pop culture example of what I am talking about is that one part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians where Kim is swimming in the ocean or something. I don't know, maybe she was pushed in. Who cares? I've never watched that show in my life because I can't pretend to care about multimillionaires, but she loses an earring and starts crying immediately about it. Like the hysterics this multimillionaire goes into because her earring is gone is so bonkers that it means almost nothing to me. Like those are the emotions I would have if someone like kicked a dog in front of me or threw a baby, but she's losing it over ear jewelry and I'm just like, sure, all right. It's so unrelatable in my mind that I just don't understand. And then Courtney, all my friends are teenagers and I made an off-brand of Goop called Push because of course I did Kardashian comes in the clutch to remind Kim that there are people dying and her crying over an earring, it's just not the tea. When I experience instances like that, either in person or online, when I see people who are so entirely out of touch with the majority of humanity, either because they are exorbitantly wealthy or just high on their own farts, I live. No, more than that. I don't just live, I thrive. Because it always feels just so weird and like almost dystopian to me that there can be people who are just that out of touch with like everyone else. Like 90% of society, no, 99% of society does not function like that, but you are so up it that it's just, I live. Like how are we in the middle of a recession where people are most at risk of becoming homeless right now because of our economy? How is that happening? But we still have influencers posting Amazon and Sephora hauls, trying to get any of their followers who are actually affected by what's going on in the world to use their links to get more money into their own pocket. Like how am I watching a YouTuber give her mega house tour of her multi-million-dollar mansion while people are struggling day to day to get by? Like the optics are so weird with that. You would think that maybe flexing in the middle of a recession, in the middle of a pandemic, you'd think that'd be like an obvious no, but apparently it's not, seeing as there are so many people doing it. Watching people who are so very out of touch on YouTube or any form of social media or like in real life is just so weird and fascinating to me, and that's why I think Olivia Jade's return show with other wealthy people to show that she has shown growth or change, or even shown a want to grow and change, it butters my biscuit, let me tell you. I forget who I was talking to, but they made the very astute observation that Olivia's performance on Red Table Talk, telling Jada and everyone else that she needs to be given a second chance because she wants one, was very much like Princess from the Powerpuff Girls and Veruca Salt from Redeem Myself, and I can't get it out of my head. Like I need to be given a second chance, you guys. Please, just someone give me a second chance. Let me be a YouTube influencer again, without criticism, guys. Come on. Miss Thing really said, forgive me because I told you to, not because I have changed. And as ass backwards as that is, I have to applaud her for not even trying to hide that that's her MO. For not even trying to be like, I really care. No, she really said, just do it. She said, I want to go back to being an influencer and making money off of my subscribers, so just shut up and forgive me so I can do that. Thank you. Before I go any further, I do want to make it very abundantly clear that I don't believe Olivia Jade is condemned to work and live in the salt mines forever as long as she shall live. Just because her parents had to bribe a college to let her in and she took part in them lying and bribing the college, she is not banished to live in isolation for all of eternity because her parents did the same thing that parents who went to my high school did every time their child got in trouble. Here's looking at you, Archbishop Mitty. You were exposed on Twitter for being racist, and I mean, it makes sense. Well, yes, what Olivia and her parents did is a criminal offense and she should absolutely be taken to task for it. The fact remains that she is young, she can learn from this, and she can change. One bad action shouldn't speak for someone's character for the rest of eternity. In the iconic words of the Doodle mistake and more of a concerted, deliberate action she and her family made over the course of months, most people don't actually bribe a college institution and make false statements in order to worm their way into a college they don't want to go to, like on accident, but whatever. You get what Hannah Montana and I are saying. People can be forgiven, but the key to that forgiveness, to be given a second chance, especially if you live life in the public eye, is to show a little bit of contrition and growth. You have to show that you aren't the same person you were before. And frankly, as someone who's been paying attention, I have not seen it. I have not seen not one video Olivia has made or been a part of where she seems to actually acknowledge what she did was wrong and seem to care in a real way. Sure, she definitely said that she cared when she sat down with Jade, Will, and Adrian, and she definitely said she was going to be doing more with her platform when she came back to YouTube, but I have yet to see it. I have yet to see anything that shows like, oh my god, look at what she's doing. She's really grown and changed. Like, if you showed me a video of hers from 2 years ago before this happened and her latest video, it's the same thing. She's doing the same thing. But again, she said she was going to be doing more with her platform when she came back to YouTube. So let's check and see her bio. I mean, that's better than nothing for sure, and I'm not trying to shame any charity donations because that alone is great. Generally donating to charity, that's an A+ for me. But you don't even say what the charity is. The font is so small nobody can see it. And if you go on the biggest Facebook show and tell millions upon millions of people that you are going to be using your platform for good and being an advocate and showing how much you've changed over the course of time, and that change comes in a little tiny disclaimer that I can barely see because my eyes are terrible and I'm dying, then I don't know. You have 1.8 million subscribers, your dad essentially makes every clothing item in Target, and you were wealthy enough to not work for an entire 2 years. Am I wrong for not wanting more from her? Am I wrong for thinking this is less than the bare minimum? I don't know. Oh wait though, that's not it, because Olivia goes further and says so she thought when she went on a talk show with other famous people and said she deserves to be given a second chance despite not showing any real growth or change, that she just said it all there. She just let it all hang out and that was it. She thought she did the do, as it were. I mean, I do understand what she means. She did say that she felt like that was the first time she was allowed to really apologize and be open about how she felt, but you can't just say you're sorry once and then demand forgiveness and think it's gonna come. You don't just say I'm sorry, then go into I need a second chance, give me a second chance, and then just refer back to the I'm sorry and give me a second chance as your get out of jail free card. This all has an I already apologize, what more do you want from me kind of vibe. And oh god, is that the kind of snooty bullshit I heard a lot in high school. She then goes on to clarify that what I just said isn't the case and that she just doesn't want to keep rehashing things because she wants to, quote, move on and do better and come back to do what she loves, which is YouTube. And I just no. Like, you didn't even apologize on your platform. You didn't even acknowledge this on your YouTube channel. You didn't even say sorry to your subscribers. You literally just said refer to Red Table Talk if you want to see me say I'm sorry. And that's just a no from me. And what's shitty is that she has fans who actively want to see her come back and be better, who are sitting here like, just please acknowledge what you did. Please make a video, talk about it. Don't demand we give you a second chance. Please do better. And she's over here like, nobody's forcing you guys to watch me if you don't like me. Hashtag I've changed so much. And the self-awareness, the smugness, the audacity of this statement just reminds me oddly enough of the Hunger Games. Like, the world is on fire, everything is terrible, and Olivia Jade is just Effie Trinket just asking the plebs to care about her uber wealthy problems and her hairstyle and stepping in mud, and I can't find it in me. I really can't. Never mind the fact she's doing this while her father has apparently been demanding to be released from prison since the day he arrived, saying that him even being there in a prison for committing a crime is unfair treatment. I mean, why should he go to jail for a crime that somebody else noticed? I hope you guys got that reference. Why should he be treated like he committed a crime that he literally committed? That's not fair, guys. I mean, he's already receiving special treatment by only serving 5 months in jail. But sure, let's ask the court to immediately let him out and be like, oh, oops, you didn't deserve any jail time. Don't you know who he is? He makes literally every single clothing item in Target, which, oh my god, I just realized I am wearing a shirt with his name on the label. I don't even remember buying this shirt, but that's just Massimo, her father. Her mother, Lori Loughlin, was just released from a correctional facility that she got to pick because, you know, that seems like justice. That seems fair. I am more than certain that most inmates for non-violent offenses also get to pick what jail they get to go to. It's not like it's been shown that people of color who have done basically the same thing aren't allowed to pick and choose what facility they want to stay in, aren't allowed to pick and choose when they get out. It's not like Lori and her family, and therefore her daughter, are benefiting for any sort of bullshit privilege in this world. Of course not. Personally, as much as I live for this out of touch vlogging, I would just love to see some actual growth from Olivia. Olivia. I would love to see her actually show some passion and energy for something outside of herself. Like maybe if she would address what happened fully and take ownership of what she did and her part in it, and like make a pledge to donate the same amount of money that was used as a bribe to some organizations that she supports. Like she has the wealth. You're not telling me you can take 2 years off of doing your job and like be fine and still have rent for this lavish apartment and you can't pay that money back? You can't donate it? All right. Or maybe like just address how there are people in jail doing hard time for the same thing your parents did and that they are basically already out of prison for. Like make amends, make an act of contrition, do more than just say, if you guys don't like me, don't watch. I just want people to be better. And as much as I live for her being delusional and out of touch, it would be cool to watch someone on social media grow. Just once. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think her video was peachy keen and I'm just being a stupid nitpicky bitch? Or do you think that maybe telling people who want you to be better to kick rocks and just like not watch because nobody's forcing you? Let me know all of that and more in the comments down below. Also, if you want to get my videos early, be sure to click that join button and become a member for as little as...
Yow mi seetaan vidéo pare pourtant seetaan nga pare rek pour nga abonné du la yàqal dara billahi man nga abonné pourtant da nga jàpp ci rek abonné te yàlla tax c'est soo abonné ñett la moo tax day am bu ne suuf am bu ne ci digg bi am bu ne ci kaw boo abonné pare bi ci kaw nga yóbbu quoi mooy kolas boobu noonu nga jàpp ci nga abonné du la yàqal dara.